8/26 and February is recognized across the country as American Heart Month.
Yeah, so joining us in studio to talk about some heart-healthy recipes, we have Chef Elizabeth Zuvetti. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here this morning.
All right, so we're talking heart healthy, and you've got some stuff for us to do.
Yes, yeah. Well, because we want to make sure that you and all West Michigan are staying healthy, as we know the heart is extremely important to your body function. And so if you don't take care of it, then it's not going to take care of you and help you to do all the things that you want to do every day. So you have to really make sure that you nourish it with great nutrients. Okay. And so today we're going to talk about some of the things that you should be eating, maybe some of the things you should not be eating, so that we can hopefully make sure that everyone stays healthy here.
So let's get right to that. What are some of those things that you should add in your diet and maybe take out?
Yes, so you definitely want to make sure in terms of you want to have things that have great fiber. So fruits and vegetables are great things to have. Lots of greens, legumes. We have some different examples today. Okay. Quinoa, some lentils. These are some great lentils that cook really quickly. So just whole green lentils or yellow lentils. And then we've also cooked a grain. So we'll talk about some other grains you can cook at home. So those are great things to include in your diet. Things not to include would be processed foods, red meat, really staying away from anything that's highly processed, packed with salts and added sugars. Trying to eliminate those from your diet will really make sure that you're taking care of your overall body and kind of getting that optimal health.
Right.
How important is it to educate? There's a lot of folks out there, and I could say sometimes I'm included this, they don't know how to put something like this together.
Yes.
Education is so important in something like this.
Yeah, so that's why we offer a lot of hands-on cooking classes. So we teach classes at the downtown market with Spectrum, and we teach all different kinds of populations of people. People either that already have maybe a chronic disease and they're trying to prevent or reverse that disease, or people that are trying to prevent diseases, or just people that are getting a start on life. We work with a lot of kids as well who you want to teach them at a young age of how to eat the right things, pick the right thing when they're thinking about what they're having for lunch or dinner, and then also parents as well. You want to make sure that they're feeding their kids well. So we have a lot of cooking classes we offer to bring people in, have them roll up their sleeves and do things like we're doing today.
That's cool.
Okay, so walk us through this.
Okay.
And the biggest thing I think too for families is healthy but easy, to actually make it a reality and make sure that you stick to it.
Yep.
Okay.
So what I love about this recipe, we're gonna make a chickpea stew today, is you basically throw it all in the pot and then go do what you gotta do when you get home from work. So kind of throw it all in. Yeah, sometimes I'll pre-chop the vegetables in the morning, like when my kids are running around getting ready in the morning, I'll quickly just chop some things up, throw them in jars like we have. So when I come home, it's just kind of dump it in the pot, and then about 15 minutes later, you're ready to eat.
Perfect.
All right,
so who wants to be the cook today?
I guess I will.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm gonna go ahead and you put here's some chopped up onions. You put those in the pot there. So you saute those for a little bit with some carrot. Also, water saute is a great technique. So if you just added like a tablespoon of water, it will cook up really nicely. This we have some broth. So as an example, you could also use a little bit of broth, and there you would do a little water saute with that. And then you can just dump all the other ingredients in. So chickpeas are a great source of fiber, great source of protein. You got some canned tomatoes. You don't have to worry about chopping those up.
Delicious.
Yeah, you can. The flavors are amazing right now. The smells. Yeah, some chopped up potatoes. Throw those in, and then we've got some garlic. Great flavor. And then some spices. We've got some cumin, coriander, turmeric, some chili powder. And there you can if you like things hotter, add some red pepper flakes, some fresh parsley. Kale is one of those superfoods.
Sneak it in, right?
When you can get kale in anything, you want to put it in. And then we'll finish with some vegetable broth.
Wonderful.
And then just put that all in. You stir that up, and then you let it sit for about 15 minutes cooking. And then from there, you've got a great stew. And we have an example of the finished product.
Right here.
Yeah, so that's basically what it's going to look like, what you'd serve your family. I like to eat it over a whole grain, maybe something like a brown rice. Here's an example. I made some oat groats. That's basically the whole form of what we think of like old-fashioned oats.
Okay.
Very cool.
And if people want to sign up for more classes, how can they do that?
So on Spectrum Health's website, under culinary medicine, all of our classes are there. We also share all of our recipes with people. So we sold out of most of our classes, but we've opened up some more spots. So we'd love to have people join us in the kitchen soon. So
thank you
Good
so
to see you,
much.
Chef.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Matthew.
All right, guys, 8:30. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.